YouTube, back at it again with another video. So this week we're going to go over Talladega, grade some paint schemes, go over last week's race at IndyCar and NASCAR, and we're also at the end going to watch a video of the 1985 Talladega race where Bill Elliott, had the fastest race car ever, came down 2 laps, and it's pretty interesting. And some of the newer NASCAR people watching my videos can probably find something interesting in that. So we're going to start off with this one, number 43 of Legacy Motorsports. I think this car is beautiful, and I'm going to have to give it a solid 9.2. Might be the paint scheme of the day. Let's continue. This just dropped an hour ago. I was going to drop this video tomorrow because I'm waiting on the paint scheme. I saw this, the Ross Chastain on Instagram. Ross Chastain always has some good paints. He ran the Baffle yesterday. I'm going to have to give this one an 8.5. Austin Cindric keeping it, a little traditional, but I'm going to have to give this one a 7. Always something beautiful with Bass Pro Shop cars, Winchester Classic. So I'm going to have to give this one an 8.6. Yeah, sure. Hey, Pickles. I like Pickles. Platts Blue Ribbon, PBR, or something that's new. Okay, give it a 8.4. I always like the Valvoline cars with Kyle Larson. 8.4 again. I like it. I really do. I'm gonna have to give it an 8 flat though. The Castrol cars are always peak 7 for the 7. 7.5. Probably. I mean, I like this. I like the Prime. 8.4. A lot of 8.4s. Grizzly 8.7, dude. Always liked the 10. Always liked the 10 car. Ryan Blaney's rocking something different. I'm gonna have to give it a 8.5. Another Grizzly car. Okay, I'm gonna rock it. AJ Allmendinger with a. I do like the colors on this one. I'm gonna give it an 8.7. Rocking with it. 9.2. Classic black, and then the little faded logo. Okay, I'm rocking with it. Classic Wood Brothers, dude. I mean, you really can't beat that. Just traditional, and it's at Talladega, so we're gonna have to give it a 8.7. 7. 7.6. I mean, I see what they're trying to do, but it's not clicking with me. 7.8. 8. 8. No, not even. I'm not even gonna give it that. I'll give it a 7.5. 6, dude. I'm tired of seeing this. It's the same car every week with a 34. Do something different. Okay, Riley Hurts. All right, I'll give you a 8.2. 8. 8.5. 5. Yeah, that, like I said, best one. I rated that one earlier. I think it was a mid 9, 9.3. That's what I said. Okay, Tyler Reddick. Okay, here you go. We're finally getting with the Rockstar Energy. I saw they were announcing that a couple of weeks ago, and I rock with it, dude. I'm gonna have to give it a 9.4. I bet it's gonna be tied. These two are going to be the battle, the paint schemes right here, and I'll let y'all decide in the comments. Seth's Kiss, bro. 9.3, dude. Okay, we're rocking with him at Dega, baby. And by the way, I'll be at Talladega this week, so it's gonna be awesome, bro. I cannot wait to be there. Uh, I like it, dude. It's I mean, Jimmy Johnson vibes a little bit. I'm gonna have to give it a 8.4. No, 8.4 again. 7. 7.6. 9.2. I love it. Dale vibes. 8.9. Classic SVG cars coming back. I love it. I really do. 8.7. All right, let's rate some O'Reilly's paints. So we'll just really scroll through them more or less. We rated the Cup Series paint. So let's take a gander. These are some sponsors you might not really heard from. I like that one. And Ollie's car, okay. Oh, yeah. Dale vibes, Dale Jr. vibes. Really rocking with the Sammy Smith 8 car. Corey Day. Raja driving. What's Raja driving? It's pretty hard. All right, Raja driving the 88. Let's get it. So yeah, there's some pretty interesting paint schemes. My favorite paint scheme, obviously, in the O'Reilly series. We're not going to probably start rating them too, but the Sammy Smith one, I really like it. Dale Jr. vibes. All these cars pretty cool. And there's some really good paints coming in the Cup Series. I'll let y'all in the comments decide, but yeah, some pretty tough ones. So we're gonna get into the last couple laps of this race from Kansas this over the weekend. So let's dive into it. Let's watch it. We'll see how Tyler Reddick came out from this. Okay, so
reading scores are down.
Come on, man, an advertisement, really?
On Richard
Whoa,
Woods.
let's get this skipped out the way. Come on now. But yeah, there you go.
45 out just behind the 11.
Reading scores are
Bro,
down. Math scores are
y'all
down.
seeing this?
No, on Richard
Come on now.
Eve to me is
I'm giving out free ads, bro. Come on.
Open universe where you can.
They come to the restart zone for credit one overtime.
Green.
All right, here you go. So, as we all know, Tyler Reddick won. And Kyle Larson, he had a great start. Look at this, dude. So he was back in third, then just comes through the bottom, gets ahead. But what confuses me is
coming around.
How Tyler Reddick just had that good of a run with there's just clean air. So I mean, I just don't.
Yeah,
wow,
spins
bro.
at the entrance of pit road, down on the apron.
White flags out.
Leaders head into turn one.
Reddick with a huge run to the bottom of the racetrack.
Yeah, just that crazy run right there on Kyle, bro. So that's crazy. I like how Kyle comes in here, tries to get the side draft, gets ahead a little bit. If he would have got down on him, Kyle Larson probably would have won this race. But them Toyotas this year. Them Toyotas are on something this year.
Is going to come to the line for win number 5.
What a great job by Tyler Reddick. I thought he had no chance.
Yeah,
there with about a lap to go.
It's going to be crazy at Dega, bro. So, Jordan's happy, obviously. That's crazy. But, yeah, it was a very interesting race. It is a very exciting race at the end, to say the least, if you're a Tyler Reddick fan, and very stressful race if you're a Hendrick Motorsports fan. No, we had 3 drivers in the top 10, but it's still, is this guy going to win every single race this year? Tyler Reddick's now in contention too. He's in the conversation with drivers like Kel Yarbrough, Dale Earnhardt, Richard Petty, just because off this season, and it's crazy because he could literally challenge, the record for most wins in a season this year, and if he can do that will just be an incredible feat, especially after not winning a race last year. not to say that he was not a good driver last year, it's just the consistency. He was very consistent, but if he can pull this off this year, if he doesn't win the championship, it'll be hurt. It definitely hurt him a lot. But it's still early in the season, so there's plenty of racing to do. We still haven't even hit summer yet, so once summertime rolls around, we'll kind of get the idea. Because still 2 DNFs and 2 wins by Danny Hamlin could potentially put Danny Hamlin in first place in points. So anything can happen, especially coming into Dega next week. Well, this weekend. So let's see what happens. If Tyler Reddick can win in Dega, just give him the championship already. So we'll definitely see after this weekend, what can happen, and especially as we head more into the summer parts of the NASCAR schedule. So let's jump on into IndyCar. Alex Palou was your winner over the weekend, and that puts him back in first place in points. He is 17 points ahead of Kyle Kirkwood. I really wasn't able to keep up much with the race. I know there was a great duel between Kyle Kirkwood and Alex Palou, the middle points of the race. So we're going to take a look at the race results here. Okay. Yeah, Kyle Kirkwood and I saw highlights of it, but Alex Palou and Kyle Kirkwood were battling it out in the middle portion of the race. But it seemed to be a dominant performance by Palou, other than Felix coming in leading most of the race. But Alex Palou getting the win, getting a little advantage over Kirkwood in the point standings. I know that Schumacher got in a predicament during the race. But yeah, it's still looking pretty good for Alex Palou. I really think he's going to get this championship again. I'm still learning a lot about IndyCar. We're learning together. That's what we're rocking with. I mean, I'm a bigger into NASCAR. As F1's really starting to dot off for me, I've really jumped on over to IndyCar a lot more. So, I want Pato O'Ward. He's 69 points behind. With the schedule coming up, it's possible that he could get back up in there. But it's still early in the season. 4 races in, if I'm not mistaken, and 5 races in. But yeah, it's still looking pretty good for Palou. 3 wins. So he's just DNFs can hurt him. We saw that already in the season, which is how he lost his first place positioning. But we'll definitely see later on in the year, what's happening. I definitely think Palou's got a championship locked in for him. So we're going to go over here in the NASCAR, take a look at the point standings after Kansas. Tyler Reddick is 105 points clear of second place. And, it's a little closer coming through. Chase Elliott drops position. Kyle Larson gains that position back for Hendrick Motorsports, though. Denny Hamlin jumps Ryan Blaney. Ty Gibbs staying in 4th place. And it's looking really good for Toyotas this year. We see a lot of Toyotas in the top 10. A lot of Toyotas in the playoffs. Old Chase this year. Chase Briscoe jumps back up into the chase. SVG is dropped out after that terrible performance. We'll see if he can recover on his oval turning skills at Dega this week. Hopefully he can. Anything can happen there. Todd Gilliland's jumping up 3 positions. Austin Dillon's popping up. Kyle Busch is continuing to drop. It's crazy. And still, after missing a few races, dropped into the last place out of the, charter drivers is Alex Bowman. So let's see. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see this chase, come together and stuff like that. See who's going to be battling it out for the top position. If the season ends right now, obviously Tyler Reddick would, probably be the champion if, he can continue on this path. But, it's looking pretty good. So we're going to jump over here into the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Justin Allgaier is still just dominating. It's probably even more of a dominant performance than Tyler Reddick's going on with less wins. but he's 131 points clear of second place. It's my prediction to be the champion. I really think that he can hold this on. Jesse Love, he's still in contention, 149 points back. Crazy to say he's still in contention, but it's still early in the season. A lot can happen. 3 DNFs. That's 3 DNFs. Away. Jesse Love can stay clear. Justin Allgaier can get 3 DNFs. It's still, it could be a Jesse Love championship again. So, it's still early. We're still making, progress over time. So we'll definitely see where this will, kind of come together middle summer and all that. But yeah, so let's jump on over to my fantasy team. We're going to make some predictions, make my picks for Dega. Still not in the top 100,000, which is my goal. I'm going to say Ryan Preece is going to go over Suarez, Ryan Blaney over Reddick. That could come back to bite me. Austin Centric over Joey Logano. And I'm going to go Bubba Wallace over Chris Buescher. All right. I like it, but I'm going to probably take Chastain out. And give me Carson Hocevar. I feel it, dude. If Carson Hocevar is going to win at any track, it will be Talladega. It will be a super speedway that he wins at. But is that my prediction to win the race? No, I'm going to pick Kyle Larson to win the race. Kyle Larson, especially after last week, is going to have a lot of momentum. He's going to definitely want to come back and win a race after, losing on the last lap like that. And I really think it's going to push. He's really going to push for that win. And I think Hendricks Motorsports in general is going to step it up a lot next week. So, we'll definitely see how they can respond here. Ryan Blaney, as we can see, is a hot pick. So I really think that, he's been doing really good this year too. He already has a win under his belt. But like I said, I think Hendrick Motorsports is going to step it up. Hopefully Ryan Blaney can, do something. I really want to see him have a successful year. But all in all, I think a Chevrolet is going to come out on top at Talladega this week. So we're going to jump on into this last video to, watch this video about Bill Elliott, his 1985 Talladega race. So let's look into it. So this is, it was a couple laps down, and this is when he had, the fastest race car. I think it hit 220 miles an hour.
Number 2.
Still should be number 1, man.
In the modern era, anybody that had a more or a bigger speed advantage at a place like Talladega than on that given day.
There was no doubt that Bill Elliott was going to win.
And he is in a zip code of his own, which is where he was so many times during that entire season.
They were beating people on super speedways.
I just love that era of NASCAR. This looks so cool and nostalgic.
They were unbeatable. Literally, I've never seen anything like it.
This is how much of an advantage they had over the fields, and you'll never see this again, never.
He gets down 2 laps. One lap at Talladega is 2.66 miles. He ran Cale Yarborough down over 5 miles.
Do you realize how much faster he was than all the rest of the cars?
Maybe the fastest race car I've ever seen.
I just want to make sure everybody understands. He ran them down, passed everyone, ran them down again, passed everyone, ran them down again.
He made up 5 miles.
And them rascals made 2 laps up under green.
Under green.
Under green.
That's like you're out there on 8 cylinders and everybody else is on 4.
They had no competition on this day.
That's getting it done.
When Bill Elliott made up 2 laps on his own, that's when they should have said timeout.
People wonder, was it legal?
Every single thing you could possibly hear about that car on that given day has certainly come up.
And they got 2 laps down. and just flat ran them
That's
down
insane.
should put in perspective how strong that engine was.
And quite frankly, it was probably the biggest waxing that we have ever seen in this sport, period, bar none. That race, 1985, Bill Elliott wins Talladega.